Hello and welcome to the tutorial for song number 9 in my free beginner songbook, Danny Boy. I hope by now that you see how much progress you've made. You went from being pretty much a total beginner to being able to play some of the most well-known and loved tunes of all time. I think that a clear, structured learning plan is really the key to your progress. And if you're learning a lot now, imagine how much you could learn inside of LVO. It's always linked in the description. All right, now let's get into the tune. So first, we need to talk about the key. So this was not a key that I had gone over in the free beginner course, and if you know what key it is, more power to ya. Remember a couple tutorials back, I suggested looking at the very last note of the piece to see what key it's in. Doesn't work 100% of the time, but it works a good amount of time. It works in this case. So we're in the key of C major. So C major has no sharps or flats. And what you need to know in terms of the finger placement is that we're going to have low 2s, and then we're also going to use a low 1 on the E string specifically. Okay? Now the very first note, we're going to start up bow. Again, I know it's not marked, but I'm telling you we're going to start up bow. So if you want to write that in, go ahead and do that. Also, we're in 4/4, so we have 4 beats to measure, but I know you know that by now. All right, so we're going to start just on a normal 1, B, C natural, low 2, D, third finger, and E, I suggest using your 4th finger and holding it for 3 beats. D, third finger. I would use an open E here because the notes we're going to play afterwards are all on the E string. So open E, third finger on E, low 2, G, open open E, D, third finger on the A string, C natural, open A. And remember, C natural is a low 2. We're going to start up bow here again. C natural, low 2. Open E. Low 1 F natural. Low 2 G natural. A, third finger. And you notice that I kept all my other fingers down, right? So I'm coming back. 2 G. Open E, C natural, second finger, low second finger on A string, 4th finger E. It's probably going to feel like a pretty big stretch going from the low 2 to the 4, so just be mindful. It's matching your open string. Then D, third finger, B, first finger, C natural, low 2, D, third finger, 4th finger on E, D, third finger, open E, third finger on E, second finger G, open E, D, third finger, C natural, low 2, open A. That was the same as the beginning, right? B, first finger, C natural, low 2, D, third finger. I would use 4 here. Low 1, F natural, open E, D, third finger, low 2, 3, and you can see I kept my 2 down, right? And a C. All right, very good job. So how do you know whether to use your open string or 4th finger? Well, we want to do our best to avoid string crossings. So if you notice that you are on the A string and you're going to stay on the A string, it's probably best to use the 4th finger. If you notice that you're crossing over to the E string, then you can use an open E. Also on longer notes, we want to try to use a fourth finger, especially for the E, because the E does have some sort of a shrill sound sometimes. So that's why I suggest using the fourth finger on that E in the last line, measure 14. Even though you are going to play the next note on the E string, it's a longer note, it sounds better to use the fourth finger. And then, of course, once you get a little bit more advanced and watch the vibrato videos here on my playlist or my channel, then you'll vibrate on it. So let's give this a try. This is bump it up to 50. It's a little slow. All right. Ready, go. Great job.